afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. I invite you all to take a seat. Put your feet on the ground. Sit back in your chair, nice and comfortable. And gently close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Otherwise, just maintain a soft gaze. And for the next few seconds, pay attention to your breath. Just notice it as it comes in and as you exhale. Go ahead and open your eyes. Today I would like to talk about the practice that we just briefly engaged in called meditation. I think sometimes meditation has images of yogis levitating or people reaching some transcendental state, which can potentially happen with meditation, but it doesn't have to. It can be a very simple process and still very powerful. Today I would like to talk about 3 aspects of meditation: the what of meditation, the why of meditation, and the how. Hopefully by the time I'm finished, you'll have a better idea of what meditation entails, what that practice looks like, why it's beneficial for our lives, and how we can incorporate it into our daily living. Meditation, the word, stems from meditatio, the Latin origin, meaning to think, contemplate, ponder, devise. Interestingly, though, oftentimes the intention of meditation is not to get caught up in thought, but to more be the witness of the mental chatter that goes on. Meditation is also an act of coming into the present moment, and you oftentimes have one object of focus, such as the breath or a mantra, something to bring you back to what's going on here and now. There are different types of meditation practices, but the essence of meditation is really this simple act of coming into the present moment, focusing on one object, the breath, the mantra, and opening to what is, whatever comes up. So you may be asking why. Why do we do something that may seem pointless? From an external perspective, it looks like nothing's going on, really. There's a lot of research on the benefits of mindfulness and meditation, and they're showing the positive impacts on both physical health and mental health. They're doing studies on Buddhist monks, actually, and they're looking at their brains. They can image their brains, and they're showing that the prefrontal cortex, as part of the brain up here, is different. They've been meditating for years, and their brains look different than people who aren't meditating. This is important because the prefrontal cortex is responsible for a lot of our positive emotion. So we have modern neuroscience that is kind of supporting this age-old practice of meditation. I personally have been meditating for 3 to 4 years, I guess, more formally. And I can speak from experience that it has changed my life. It doesn't make life, I'm not seeing life through rose-colored lenses, but I am able to see the patterns of my mind that may cause unnecessary suffering. And I've also been able to develop kind of a level of steadfastness and courage to just open to life as it is. There's a famous meditation teacher by the name of Ram Dass, and he says, I have all the same neuroses that I had at the age of 70 that I did at 20. The only difference is I'm bigger than them now. And I think that's the big benefit of meditation, is we're able to kind of see the patterns of our minds, see these conditioned ways that we learn to live, and not be so caught up in them. So, you might be asking how. If what I've said is of interest to you, how do we incorporate this practice into our life? Start slowly. Get a timer, find a quiet place to sit, grab a chair or a cushion, set the timer for maybe 1 to 5 minutes, depending upon how brave you're feeling that day, and start it. I recommend settling in with kind of paying attention to your feet on the floor, your spine nice and straight, your eyes either closed or softly open, whatever feels comfortable to you. And then you just focus on your breath. It's really that simple, just coming into the moment. And then you notice your mind wandering and you come back to the breath. And that's the practice. It's very simple, but very ardent. If you feel that meditating with a group would be of benefit to you, I actually run a meditation group on Wednesday nights here in Monterey, and I would be happy to give anybody more information on it if this is a practice that you want to incorporate into your life. In summary, I would like to read from this book by a meditation teacher by the name of Thich Nhat Hanh. And these are questions that little kids have asked him throughout his years of teaching. And what is meditation and why do people do it? He says, to meditate is to concentrate and look inward. You can sit down to meditate, but you can also meditate while walking to school, lying in the grass, or resting in your bed at night. If you are quiet and enjoying your in-breath and your out-breath, you're practicing meditation. If you know how to smile beautifully and without effort, then you know how to meditate. It's not difficult. To meditate is to have fun. Might be a little extreme. It's not always fun. But I do hope that if you find this practice or you want to incorporate it into your daily life, that you do find some level of enjoyment in it. And to remember that you don't have to levitate, and in fact you may feel more grounded than you ever have before.